Hi everybody, this is Meg. Great to see you. So as promised, I wanted to give you a special bonus this month. We've been talking about fall prevention, we've been talking about balance, and the reality is sometimes falls happen. And what I wanted to show you today is the 5 steps in how you can get up off the floor if you do have a fall and if you are alone. So I've been doing many presentations. Last week alone, I did about 6 presentations doing this very demonstration. And I had 2 women who got down on the floor with me and I showed them how to get up. And by using these steps, they were able to do it, even though one woman had very severe arthritis in her knees. So I will show you exactly how you can do it so you can feel safe too. All right, so the very first thing to think about is often when people fall, they fall head first. So very common, we often hear about people injuring their wrists. We hear about them injuring their hips as well. I've seen many people fall and have bruising because they fell head first and landed on their glasses. So it's not fun, and sometimes it's not pretty. It can be very embarrassing. But above all, really think about going slow as you're getting up. Right, so that's what I wanted to share with you. So let's pretend I'm walking, here I am, and I go flying head first. I land on the floor. So I'm in this position right here. And what I want to do before I get up is I want to make sure that I breathe. That is step number 1. So I'm taking a few deep breaths here, in and out. Okay, the reason we do this is oftentimes our heart rate goes up, you may be in shock, so you may actually be unable to think clearly, and if you get up too fast, you may have an injury or you may fall down because you're dizzy. So we really wanted to take our 5 deep breaths here. All right, from this position, we want to call for help. So if you're with somebody, they may already be by your side. Maybe you're in your apartment though, or maybe you're outside and there's not anyone around. So the next step number 2 is we want to check for injuries before you move. So I always say start head to toe. So you want to move your head a little bit, wiggle your fingers, move your arms, shift your hips, move your knees, wiggle your toes. If there's any sharp pain, then you may have injured yourself really badly. But if there's not, it may not actually be telling you because you could be in shock. So just know that it's always important to get checked out. Step number 3 is we want to move into an upward position. So what I would recommend is we want to move onto your side. So this is where having strong arms kicks in because we want to be pushing yourself up onto your stronger side. So just like you're in bed, you want to roll onto your side and then push up from here. So now I've had many people mention, hey, Meg, I have a hip replacement. I have bad knees. How can I do this? So what I would recommend is that you have your bad side. So if you've had your hip replacement or your knee replacement, have it on the upside. Have your stronger side down on the floor. Now, if you've had both hips done, as one lady in my class did, then really evaluate which one is stronger, So from here, we want to be looking around and finding a chair or a couch or some kind of a ledge to push yourself up. Preferably, you want something that's not going to move. So, okay, I'm in luck. There's a great chair right here that I can use. Now, this chair is actually not ideal because you can move it around. So what I would suggest you do, if this is the only thing you can use, is push it right against the wall. So from here, we want to be moving to that chair. This is step number 4. And what I want you to think about is not necessarily going on your knees. You don't need to. You're in this position so you can scoot your body. You can kind of do a little bit of a crawl if you want, but really avoid those knees. Our knees tend to be pretty weak and it's a lot to put all of our body weight on our knees. All right, so we found the chair. We're ready to get up. This is our last step, and it's pushing to come up onto the chair. So what I recommend is you want to really put those toes, press the toes into the floor, and you want to be pushing, put your hands right on that chair, and you want to be pushing just high enough to get your bum on the chair. So you don't need to stand up, please don't stand up, but you just want to go high enough to leverage your body onto the chair. All right, so you'll see my toe is pointing and pushing into the ground. I want to get my other toe in as well, if possible. And then we're going to push up with your arms at the same time. All right, so let's go. And you'll see I'm avoiding my knees. I'm not even pressing down with my knees. So 3, 2, 1, and push with the feet. There we go. Hands as well. And here I am. So when you're in this position, really the last step is to take some deep breaths, because now it may be kicking in that you just fell. You may feel the rush of adrenaline, but you also may be shaking a bit, and you may still be in shock. So as you're taking 5 deep breaths, that will help to lower your heart rate. But I also encourage you to really call for help. So maybe you've got a phone that's close by, and you can, if you do see, maybe you see, oh, there's some blood, or oh, I definitely did break a bone, call the paramedics, call 911, or if you don't have any major injuries that you think of, still call it for somebody to take you to the hospital. Because it's better to get checked out than to be sorry. So maybe it's calling a neighbor, maybe a family member, or if you live in a condo building or a retirement residence, maybe it's calling someone who can help assist you there. All right, so those are my tips for you. Those are the 5 steps, and I encourage you to watch this video again. Now, you can share this one. I'm going to make it public so you can share it with other people as well, because this information is so important, especially for those of you who are maybe, or someone you know who's maybe really worried about falling because you've had a bad fall in the past. So like I said, I've had seniors themselves get up on the floor, get down on the floor, and get up using these steps. So if you do feel comfortable, try it out as well. You can follow along, and that will give you the confidence that you can do it. All right, thank you for watching. I hope this was really helpful and a good resource for you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.